Welcome back to Association Insights. I'm Colin Gallagher, and this is Onward and Upward's weekly series answering all of your association, communications, and PR questions. This week's question asks, how exactly does a convention media day work, and is it worth my time? So I am a huge proponent for creating a press day or a media day at your annual convention or conference. There are a lot of different ways you can do this, but ultimately it's a platform for your exhibitors to share breaking news announcements with reporters. My first job at Consumer Tech Association with CES, their press day is just phenomenal. I mean, they have thousands of reporters that attend their event in the first place, and they have these huge name electronics companies, technology companies making these massive announcements. So I haven't been in years, but when I was there, I remember, you'd go from press conference room to press conference room, and these are not like your typical press conference rooms. These are huge ballrooms and just filled with reporters, and then the announcement being made up on the stage. And then they would literally run to get to the next one. And you'd see all these reporters just racing to, get that front row seat and hear what was coming next. And that was so cool and electric. And then in another role at the Global Business Travel Association, we had to start that from scratch. There was no emphasis on that. There was no media day, press day. And so it started in a small press conference room with about a dozen companies making announcements and a handful of trade reporters attending. By the fifth year we did it, it was on a big stage. It was also streamed live for reporters that couldn't be in person. And we had the Wall Street Journal there in person. So it's really cool to see things like this evolve and what they can become. And providing this platform year in and year out will build its reputation. So more reporters want to come see what's breaking, and more exhibitors want to be a part of it. The end game is to position your conference as the place where your exhibitors and your members should be breaking their industry related news. This lets you provide greater ROI for your exhibitors while at the same time raising profile and visibility for your association, your conference, and the news and issues that matter most to your industry. Like I said, we've done press days in traditional press conference style. Think that press conference room, podium, display screen. We're all familiar with that. Tables and chairs for reporters and attendees. And then there's the other options of on a stage or at a studio. There's a lot of different things you can do. But either way, the goal is back-to-back breaking news announcements featuring the best your industry has to offer. And there should be really strict criteria for participating, and primarily centered around the fact that this has to be a news announcement. It cannot be something that debuted on their website a month ago. It can't be a basic enhancement to a service they offer that they never would have issued a press release about or called reporters about and wouldn't normally merit press coverage. This is an area I have always been very strict about upholding because it relates back to the integrity of the event. So you also need to work hard to let reporters know what's coming and why they should attend Media Day, but you should equip your participants to do the same. So hold a webinar for them or create a toolkit, but make sure they know some of the responsibility lies on them as well to get press to attend. And like I said, this is something it can take time to build. It might not be a huge success in year one, but that doesn't mean it won't eventually get to that place. Typically, you can hook trade reporters right away, but it might take a little more time to get those local business top tier reporters that are in the area where you're holding your conference. All I can say, though, is it's an investment that is 100% worthwhile. And when it comes down to it, a convention media day is all about showcasing innovation, capturing the industry spotlight. It's a really cool thing to be a part of. I'd love to hear what your association does on this front, so let me know in the comments. And with that, thanks for tuning in once again for this week's Association Insights. I'll be back next Friday with more association communications and PR tips, and you can always send any of your questions to us at info@onwardupward.com. Thanks for tuning in.